So, Emma, things change continually in the world of electric vehicles, don't they? What is one of the key things for local authorities to be thinking about right now?
So you're absolutely right. At the moment, forefront of everybody's mind is going to be Levi, with the tenders in full swing, some of which have come out, some of which are still pending. So that is really their prime goal, if you like, for residential on streets, as well as the publicly available charging for the coming months and years. But also on top of that is electrifying their own fleets and how they can respond to the commitments for turning to net zero and also making commitments about air quality improvements, reducing emissions overall. And the hardware that is available is really such a range to enable these different charging groups to meet their needs. Even electrifying fleets is not a simple one size fits all charging solution. There are going to be different solutions depending on if it is a waste depot, if it is a blue light fleet, and how quickly those vehicles need to be turned around, if they're overnight charging, if they have an immediate need to go from 0 to 80. So there's a lot of considerations for everybody to be making. But the plus side is that the councils nowadays have so much more knowledge and capability. A majority of councils have, and local authorities as a whole, have gone through their pilot phases, have tried and tested, got feedback, and they're listening to their residents and to their fleet drivers and see what's working and what's not. In that respect, there's a wealth of information out there. There's such a lot for them to consider. There's also different levels of grants available, not just the Levi grant. OZEB have just released the depot fleet charging grant, as well as an NHS fleet grant. Now, these don't come without their challenges. They do have quite a tight timescale. So we're really trying to help our clients who are in a position to jump to do so and make use of these grants while they're available. But the knowledge and the local insights and, it's all there to make these judgment calls and make sound decisions regarding placement of chargers, where demand is high and where there are challenges in their network.
Absolutely. Well, from Joju's point of view, what are Joju's priorities at the moment?
We've got various priorities at the moment, one of which is we're really working at improving and overhauling our operations and maintenance offering, so that we can continually enhance our offering and make sure that we can meet the needs of these different types of contracts. We're working on fleet electrification with Wiltshire Council, various emergency service contracts, and they have different needs and different requirements. So we need to make sure that what we can offer enables their networks, and so that what we're installing is in and working for as long as possible. We want to lengthen the lifespan of hardware by servicing on a regular basis and looking after these charge points. We're also busy completing information for current tenders, and that includes joining forces with our partner charge point operators to be able to meet the needs of the Levi tenders. But equally, there are other fleet tenders coming through that we're working hard to answer and produce quality response for. We've got EV charging hubs that we're working on. Currently, we're working with Isle of Wight Council to develop a new hub there, Dorset Council, New Forest and Bournemouth, Christchurch and Poole. So those are high-speed, multi-bay hubs, and trying to really encourage our clients who are in a position to do so to gain grants where they're available and when they're available and meet their timelines.
And with all of this, Emma, is it a question still of putting the right charger in the right place for the drivers that are going to need it?
Always, yeah. But always bearing in mind as well that needs change and times change. And what may well have been a priority 5 years ago may have changed. If you're talking about public charging in a car park, there was a time where we were expecting that each car park would have 90% of their bays converted to EV. Well, practically speaking, we know that might not be possible. Equally, 90% of the car park users may not all be parking for the same length of time. So it's about variety and being able to meet the changing needs as they appear. We're doing a few car park expansions, for example, where we may have installed a fast charger a couple of years ago. Now there is the requirement to also have a rapid charger alongside. So we're trying to respond to not just the council's request, but equally the requests that they are getting from their residents and visitors.